Those are disgusting. Better. So, I had a thought today, and I wanted to share it with all of you. Just to get, I don't know, thoughts. I was thinking about, like, the big, like, what people will say are the best or their favorite superhero films of all time. Live action. Just because Spider-Verse doesn't fit quite into what I'm talking about. But I think the big three are typically Logan, Spider-Man 2, and The Dark Knight. I think those are typically, like, the big... Everyone talks about these. And for me, for some reason, The Dark Knight doesn't quite fit that as well. And I thought it was interesting because, like, everyone talks about it being, like, the best Batman movie, but, like, obviously now after Matt Reeves' The Batman came out, that conversation shifted a little bit. It shifted me as well. And it's like, what? And so I was thinking, what does that movie not capture that the others do? And I think it's the difference between interpretation and adaptation. And I think it's a problem in superhero films where a lot of people get upset. Where, like, it'll be fully interpretation and no adaptation. So, like, the movie panders to nothing. I'm not gonna contextualize what I'm thinking. It doesn't quite strike the same itch that the character typically does. And so, like, what I was thinking is where, like, Logan and Spider-Man 2 are great stories on their own, but are also unique to their respective characters. Like, you couldn't like Logan, I think especially, you couldn't tell that story with any other character and it makes sense. It's just everything about it is so unmistakably Wolverine. But it is also just a good movie on its own. Whereas I feel like The Dark Knight, for better or for worse, is just a good movie. And this seems weird for it to be like a negative thing, where it's like, but you just said it's a good movie. And like, yes, but it's a thing of, like, it doesn't feel like unmistakably Batman. Like, I don't know. I don't have it in my head as much because I haven't watched it as many times as I have Logan or Spider-Man 2. But I think that's just another thing. I don't feel drawn to it. It doesn't scratch the itch that the Batman or the Arkham games or other Batman media does. Even though I think it's really good. And I think it's a thing of, like, they went too far to interpreting the Batman idea through, like, or Christopher Nolan through his eyes in the real world, rather than also adapting / interpreting the feeling of Batman. Like I guess that's why I prefer Batman Begins over The Dark Knight, is because that one feels way more like Batman. Like, I mean, it's the voice kills me. Like, in the first one, he talked differently to different people, and that's interesting. Swear to me! And the other ones, he just sounds like he's gurgling nails. Where are they? And it just takes me out of it, because he feels the wrong kind of weird or silly. Where, like, in The Batman, it's, he's weird. He's, a recluse. He sits in his little gamer den all day, writing things about his city. But that feels like Batman. He takes himself seriously, Whereas, like, we take him seriously, whereas I feel like I couldn't take Bale seriously as Batman. Like, it didn't hit the right points of unserious and serious. To be, I think, as good as those that it typically stands with. Yeah. That's my hot Batman take for belated Batman Day. So, or is it? Wait, no, that's this weekend. I actually don't know. I love Batman, but I'm not that. I'm not like how I am with Spider-Man, where I know it's August 1st or 15th, depending on who you ask. Well, anyways, that's all for today. Tell me what you think. If you've seen all those movies, you get what I'm saying. Like Spider-Man 2, great movie, great Spider-Man movie. Logan, great movie, great Wolverine movie. The Dark Knight, great movie. Let me know. I want to hear everyone's thoughts. I want to bounce off people. Okay, bye.